Call this meeting to order. It is 6:31. Start, as always, with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I will now turn things over to the superintendent for the celebration of excellence.
Thank you so much. We have a packed list this evening that I am excited to share with all of you. First, we are going to start with the CABE Student Leadership Award. 2 students from each school in a CABE member district are eligible to receive the CABE Student Leadership Award. These students exhibit leadership skills based on the criteria of willingness to take on challenges, capability to make difficult decisions, concern for others, ability to work with others, willingness to commit to a project, diplomacy, ability to understand issues clearly, and ability to honor a commitment. So I'm going to start with our 2 award winners from BCS, and the first one is Abigail Kenny. So congratulations to her. Abby is an independent student who is not afraid to be her own person and to stand up for what she believes in. Abby is a hard worker, a participant within the school community. She is a dedicated member of the art club and is also an avid hockey player outside of school. Despite being very busy, Abby can always be counted on to bring energy to the school and her peers. She is a role model when it comes to making connections with others and finding ways to have fun while still getting quality work done. We know that Abby's originality and positive attitude will help her in future endeavors, and we are so proud to have her receive this award this evening. Abby, congratulations to you. Well done. Would you like to say anything, Ab? Okay, moving on. Our other CABE award winner from BCS is Evan McKee. So Evan has shown early and consistent leadership and hard work during his 8th grade year. He sets high academic goals for himself and is able to reach those while also positively influencing others around him. He willingly accepts feedback to make his work the best it can possibly be and helps those around him to reach high goals as well. In addition to his academic success, Evan is also an athletic leader for his teammates in basketball and football. Congratulations to Evan. This is a well-deserved honor, and we know he will also continue to be a leader. Evan, congratulations. Evan, would you like to say anything? All right. So again, congratulations to Abby and to Evan and their families, well-deserved honors. And now I will move on to our high school recipients. Before I do, though, I just like to turn it over to Mr. Maselli for a second because we have a number of high school recipients this evening, as well as a couple more BCS. So, Mr. Maselli, I know you wanted to say a few words about some of our high school students.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Hecht. So, as I mentioned in my report a little bit later, we had a very successful 8th grade open house last night, and it wouldn't have been such a success without the large number of Bolton High School students who acted as tour guides for our visiting parents. And as we're listening to all the information from our CABE winners, our CAS winners, and our girls basketball team, I just thought it would be very special to point out to the board and to anybody on the public their involvement last night. So all 4 of our CABE CAS winners you're going to hear about in a minute volunteered to be part of last night. One of them couldn't make it for a track meet, and literally half of the girls basketball team was with us last night acting as tour guides. And I think that says something very special in addition to the comments the superintendent's going to make. So I just wanted to point that out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So next on to one of our high school CABE winners, and that is Juliana Rose. So Juliana is an intelligent and highly motivated student. She excels academically and has made significant contributions to Bolton High School and the surrounding community. She is a model student who is not afraid to be the lone voice to offer a thoughtful response to an open-ended question or be the first to volunteer to help others. In the classroom, Juliana is engaged and collaborative. She is willing to take risks, ask questions, and is an active advocate of her educational career. In addition to being a terrific student, her resume also depicts extensive participation in athletics, clubs, and community groups. She's a member of the National Honor Society, co-chair of the Bigs and Littles, and student council. As an active student council member, she is always looking for new opportunities to bring her class together, such as planning a senior sunrise or creating class shirts. Building a sense of community with her peers at Bolton High School is very important to her. These qualities and more make Juliana Rose a very deserving recipient of this award. She's carefully weighing her options, from what I understand, of which four-year university to attend in the fall, and she is very interested in studying actuarial science. Juliana, congratulations to you. Well done. Would you like to say anything, Jules?
I'll just say thank you to the committee and all my supporters along the way.
Great, thank you. And our final CABE Award winner for this evening is Michael Zakowski. Michael excels academically and has enveloped himself in every aspect of Bolton High School. He is one of those special individuals who has and will continue to make significant contributions in his future field of study, workplace, and surrounding community. Michael has worked flawlessly to balance rigorous course load and is a reliable and consistent participant in many clubs and activities. He has attained high levels of success across all disciplines, and in the process has become a fixture on the high honor roll at BHS. He loves discussing his love for tinkering with machinery and to find out how it works. He described a time when his uncle needed a television repaired. Michael decided to find a free television on the side of the road, took it apart, put it back together again to find out how they work and repair his uncle's television. Michael, I could use a little help. We got to talk after this. He is compassionate and is genuinely aware and concerned about the needs of others around him. His combination of kindness and intellectual curiosity paired with his academic success make him a well-deserving honoree this evening for this award. He also is carefully weighing his options of which four-year university he will attend in the fall, and Michael is planning on studying mechanical engineering. Michael, congratulations to you for this recognition. Well done. Mike, would you like to say anything?
I am very appreciative. Thank you for the kind words, and I am very thankful.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Next, moving on to our Connecticut Association of Public School Superintendents Award. This award is presented annually to two students from Bolton Center School and Bolton High School who show a strong commitment to academics and their school community. Our first recipient this evening from BCS is Caitlin Hoffman. Caitlin is a hardworking, dependable young lady who effectively manages her academic expectations while also finding ways to give back to the Bolton Center School community. In addition to trying her best and doing very well in all of her classes, Caitlin also donates her study hall time to help out in an elementary classroom. In addition, Caitlin is a dedicated soccer player, having played on the BCS team all 3 years in middle school. She is a role model to her peers and can always be depended on by her teachers to participate in class, engage with the lesson, and work well with her teammates. Moreover, her positive disposition is a welcome addition to every classroom environment. Caitlin's teachers are very proud of her and believe she is well deserving of this honor. Well done, Caitlin. Caitlin, would you like to say anything?
I'd like to say thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. And our other CAPS Award winner from BCS is Mara Anderson. She is a hardworking student who puts her best foot forward every day. Her academic ability speaks for itself, as her name is consistently found on the high honor roll. In the classroom, her quiet confidence does not go unnoticed by her teachers and classmates. She works well on challenging assignments with all students and is able to lead by example in a way that her peers respond very well to. She has a unique ability to lead other students in the group toward a common goal, while still letting their voices be heard. It is qualities like these that make her an asset to the BCS community. Beyond the classroom, she is an active member of the art and yearbook clubs. Additionally, Mara's creative problem-solving skills contributed to her team earning a spot at the Connecticut Invention Convention state semifinals competition this year. Way to go. We are very pleased to have Mara earn this award. Well done, Mara. Would you like to say anything? Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, now on to our high school award winners for the CAPS Award. First one is Liliana Potter. Liliana is a source of cheerful, positive energy and a model student at Bolton High School. A member of the National Honor Society and the girls soccer team, she is the go-to student whenever a staff member needs assistance, having helped with student orientation and events, as well as providing thoughtful feedback on school issues. Her teachers say that she has distinguished herself as an exemplary student with a rigorous course load in the classroom, who is always looking for opportunities to challenge herself academically. She is always engaged in every class, particularly through her insightful questioning of lesson content. She is always willing to contribute, advocates for herself, and works effectively individually as well as part of a collaborative group. Liliana has thrived both academically and in her extracurricular activities at BHS. She has served her peers as student council representative and co-chair of Bigs and Littles, where she assists in planning school events, fundraising, and community activities. Despite a consistently challenging course load in a number of extracurricular activities, she remains very dedicated to her many roles in the BHS community and is always looking for new opportunities to bring her peers together. These personal qualities and her strong commitment to her academics and the Bolton school community make Liliana very deserving of this recognition. She also is carefully weighing her options on which four-year university she will attend in the fall, and she is planning on studying political science. Liliana, congratulations, well done. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, thank you. And also congrats to all my peers who received these awards. They totally deserve it.
That's very nice. Thank you very much. And our last and final CAPS recipient this evening is Gio Girasoli. Gio is an excellent student and helpful, kind individual with a wonderful sense of humor. His transcript not only depicts success in rigorous honors courses, but if you ask teachers to recommend a student to speak, give a tour, represent the school, or just lend a hand with a project, inevitably, they will tell you to go find Gio. In the classroom, his teachers describe him as confident, curious, and willing to take risks. Although Gio excels academically across the board, he has a passion and a natural aptitude for math and computer science. He is an insightful learner who always seeks the opportunity to push himself harder. He is a talented athlete and a member of the drama club, where he is a team player who encourages, directs, and motivates others. He is described as being selfless, empathetic, and a great team member. In addition, he is an active member in student council and the National Honor Society, where he is always willing to lend a helping hand to our school and community. Gio's academic success, paired with his exceptional character, leadership, and service, make him a well-deserving recipient of this award. Gio is also carefully weighing his options on which four-year university he will attend in the fall, and he is planning on studying computer science. Gio, congratulations to you. Well done. Would you like to say anything?
Thank you very much for the kind words and selecting me for this award.
Thank you very much. Well, congratulations to our CABE and CAPS winners. And now I am moving on to our renowned Bolton High School girls basketball team. So we are so proud of our team this year. The girls had a very successful season, finishing first in the NCCC conference with the best record in school history for girls basketball at Bolton High School. They finished with a record of 12-0 in the conference and 22-2 overall. With one loss in the regular season, the girls fought their way to a conference championship title over Summers for the first time in history. They entered the state tournament as a #1 seed. Fortunately, we fell a little short of the goals, and were knocked out by another team who ended up being the runner-up of the state tournament. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank coaches Mensinger and Goslin for their dedication and time given to the team. I'd like to share with you this year's players, our seniors, Ali Bonamano, Riley Graves, Isabel Kenny, and Julia Zimmerman. Juniors, Emma Deal, McKenna Graves, and Naya Islam. Sophomores, Julia Graville, freshmen, Alyssa Deal, and Abby Graville. McKenna Graves and Emma Deal were also selected as all-conference players, and Emma Deal was also recognized as all-state. These girls worked very hard this season, and we are very, very happy to be able to recognize them tonight. It was a lot of fun to watch them play. So congratulations, ladies. Would any of you like to say anything?
I would just like to thank everyone for the support they've given us throughout the season. It truly was amazing. So thank you all.
Thank you, Isabel. It's a great season. And that concludes our recognition this evening, Chair Broniel.
Thank you and congratulations to all our recipients. Especially proud of the basketball team. And on to comments from the audience this evening. Is there anyone out there who would like to make a comment from the audience?
Hi.
Can you just state your name and address for the record, please?
Sure. Stacy Winter at 2 Anthony Road.
Thank you.
Sorry, we dialed in a little bit late, but thank you for Evan's award. He's at continuing his basketball career at an AAU basketball practice this evening, but we thank you for his recognition and apologize for the delay on getting online here tonight, but thank you.
No problem. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. He's a great kid. Very proud.
All right.
Thank you.
Do you have any other comments from the audience this evening? All right. Do we have any additions to the agenda?
We do not.
All right. On to routine business and the approval of minutes first. Looking for a motion to approve the March 8th, 2023 Board of Education special meeting.
So moved. No, I'll second it.
So I believe that was a first by Ben and a second by Chris. Is that correct?
I thought it was Scott and Sue.
was it Scott?
Yeah.
Scott, sorry. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Do you have any edits or comments on these minutes? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed or abstaining? That motion passes. Looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the March 9th, 2023 Board of Education business meeting.
So moved, Sue.
I'll second Rhea.
Thank you, Sue and Rhea. Do we have any questions, comments, or edits on these minutes? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Anyone
Aye.
opposed or abstaining? Motion carries as well. On to Board of Education committee reports and finance.
Okay, we met today and we are 65% expended, and last year we were 63. And I will have Superintendent Hecht describe all the transfers and the ever-changing landscape of special education.
Thank you very much. So we have a number of transfers this evening, a lot of reclassifications. We needed some additional library books for middle school nonfiction. We had a reclass for music instructional supplies for the second semester. For instructional supplies in special education from one school to another. online subscription for special ed, social studies, supplies, going to PE and health to cover the shortfall due to additional repair in the weight room. A reclass to cover instrument repairs, a reclass for in-district pupil services to cover the remainder of services for teacher of the deaf. The $30,000 that you transferred last month for the fire curtain to be able to fully do that project. Purchase books for classroom libraries and English language arts, reclassification there. Again, maintenance to PE and FCS to cover repair costs of a variety of things. And journals and to make licensures up to date for 4th and 5th grade social studies. Additional English language arts, books and supplies, and to cover travel for family and consumer science, the back and forth to the grocery store and for sundry items that are needed for that. And transfer to cover art ceramic supplies for this course, and reclass for some food, as well as a reclass for Spanish interpreter for student-led conferences at Bolton Center School. As Ria shared, if we could go to the next page, please. We are 65% expended. Again, special education is ever changing, and you can see the increased costs in special education, primarily driven by legal fees that have begun to come in for payment. If we could scroll down to the next one now, please. Thank you. So we also continue to have savings in salaries and benefits. We've trued up as much as we can at this point in terms of vacancies, known substitute coverage, but things still happen. So I guess stay tuned on that. And so between the shortfall in special education of $295,744 and our current salary and wages savings of $338,000, we are sitting on a balance of $42,256. Again, I want to call to the board's attention the anomaly in the salaries and wages that continues to occur as a result of staff leaving and new hires, inability to at various times have unfilled positions and be able to fill them, and having to fill them with subs. I am not comfortable suggesting to the board at this time that you provide any monies to the Board of Finance to go towards next year's budget. I still have some concerns about some potential legal bills that we may continue to incur between now and the end of the year. And I think it's important that while I think we may likely end up giving money back, I would feel more comfortable having that money should we need it. Any questions for me? Okay, so hearing none, we'll need a motion on the transfers, please.
I'll make a motion for the transfers.
Thank you, Ria.
Second.
Sue, did I hear you first? I'm sorry. Thank
That's
you.
okay.
Is that Rhea and Sue?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments about these transfers? I have one quick one. The teacher for the deaf, was this an unanticipated expenditure in the last budgeting season, and are we budgeted for it in the coming budgeting season?
We try to the extent that we feel we're going to need it. Yes, but sometimes things occur and we need additional. Yes.
Cool, got it. Any other questions? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed or abstaining? Thank you. That motion passes. On to BHS Student Representatives Report.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can, Michael.
Okay, I apologize. I'm having some camera issues, but I will just
You're good.
have to deal with that. So last Thursday was capstone night for the seniors, and we were all pretty nervous to present the projects we had been spending several months working on. Overall, from the people I spoke with, it went very well from both the student and teachers' perspectives. There were so many great projects, and I wish that I could have been able to see more of them. Earlier this month, the concert band, jazz band, and percussion ensemble had their concert, which was also very successful and showcased a variety of fun and challenging songs. Many members of Bolton Music Works are also very excited for the upcoming Virginia Beach trip. We are leaving the week after April break, and the itinerary is packed full of fun activities. And with spring well on its way, we are hoping for sunny and warm weather. Lastly, yesterday the high school did have their open house, and the 8th graders had a chance to tour and get a brief overview of the different classes they could take and some of the clubs and activities they could do as well.
Okay, so on March 19th and 20th, the National Honor Society did their annual phonathon, and many members had signed up to do this, and they had gotten some Bolton residents to donate. There was also the SATs that was on March 22nd, and it was on the computers and it went smoothly. On March 24th, the Bolton High School had held a lock-in and raised money for the Ukraine Immigration Task Force. There were many activities going on, including movies, gaming, volleyball, and more. And there was also pizza for the students to eat and breakfast in the morning. And overall, the lock-in was successful and everyone had a fun time. And lastly, starting Friday is the start of April break, and school will not start until April 17th.
Thank you both very much. I'm sure you have plenty of work to do in anticipation of the last day before spring break. So feel free to stay or off you go. Thank you. Have a good break.
Thank you very much. On to community meeting reports. Does anyone have any community meetings to report on?
Very briefly, I attended the what month are we in? The March Bolton Scholarship Fund meeting. Not much to report about that, but since the board last met with the Bolton High National Honor Society, took part in the phonathon to help raise funds for the Bolton Scholarship Fund. So we are very appreciative of Mr. Maselli, all his help with that effort, and all of the students who helped out making calls. By all accounts, it went very well. Applications continue to come in from now until May 9th. Thus far, we have received 4 applications from high school students, and hopefully that number will continue to climb through April and into May.
Thank you very much. Is there anything else? I can report that the PTA met last night. The superintendent had a budget presentation, and they also reported about the gala, which was last Friday night, and it was very well attended, and everyone had a great time. And a very large amount of money was raised. I don't know if they have finalized their numbers, but many $1,000s, including an auction for principal for the day at BCS, which will give Mr. Giard a day off, or maybe not, maybe twice as much work. I don't know. But that did go for $500, and I believe that money is going to help send the robotics team to the World Championship. So thank you to everyone who supported that. And I will now turn things over to the superintendent for the superintendent of schools report.
So I know Mr. Giard's going to talk about PTA as well, but I would just like to give a shout out to the PTA also. The gala, from what I understand, was a huge success, and they have been tremendous in supporting our BCS robotics team and helping them to get to World. So I just a shout out to them. They've been awesome. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Giard for an update for Bolton Center School. Darryl.
Thank you. Good evening. So BCS continues to be very busy. We had a successful set of parent-teacher conferences and student-led conferences on March 16 and 17 with close to 100% participation. And I've said this now, I think 3 or 4 meetings in a row. It's just amazing having families back in the building. There's just nothing like it. And this was our first round of student-led conferences in person because they were virtual last year. So just seeing those students present their portfolios and talk about their learning with their parents there. And the parents were amazing and came with some really awesome questions. So it was really interactive and just a great experience. We returned from Washington, D.C. on Friday evening around 10:15 with 92 7th and 8th graders and 13 chaperones. We made our way down on Wednesday morning. The weather was perfect. We visited many amazing museums and monuments. And I just wanted to take a moment to give a big shout out to Mr. Lambert because it's a ton of work, even working with a company to get all the logistics squared away. So Mr. Lambert did an amazing job. We're currently working on a video that I hope to be able to present, like a short 1 or 2 minute video in May, just kind of highlighting the trip and showing some of those moments. So I'm working on that. Grades 3 through 8 begin smarter balance testing on April 25th. So it's the second week from after we return from break. And that'll run through mid-May along with NGSS testing at the end of May. Staff and students have been working very hard and are excited to their best efforts forward on the upcoming assessments. And as Superintendent Hecht said and Chair O'Neill mentioned, a huge thank you to the BCS PTA, who just it's amazing. Like it's absolutely amazing the work that they're doing to support the staff and students at BCS. The gala raised over $9,000, and it was tons of baskets and raffles. Principal for the day. And Ms. Fezich and myself have been already talking about what that'll consist of and looking forward to it. There's a ride to school on a fire truck. So it's just amazing, the community coming together and what's offered. And then obviously the support at the actual gala to raise that money. The PTA continues to provide amazing enrichment opportunities for the BCS students. We just had a social studies presentation come into the school today and present to 3rd graders in the library. And it was awesome to see. And most recently, the PTA has been very supportive of the robotics team who qualified for the VEX World's Championships in Dallas, Texas in May. And we're very proud of the robotics team, obviously, and very appreciative of the PTA for helping offset some of those costs. So a lot of great things going on, very busy and pushing towards the end of the year.
Thank you very much. And we will be inviting the robotics team to join us at the May meeting immediately following their trip to Dallas. And now I will turn it over to Principal Maselli for an update on Bolton High School.
Thank you. And I'll echo Mr. Giard. March was in April, real busy here at Bolton High School as well. I did want to offer my sincere congratulations to Miss Carvalho and Miss Sacco for a truly amazing production of Mamma Mia. Huge crowds, amazing performances. And fun fact, many of our performers were really, that was the first time they ever did a drama production. So that's huge. Also want to add a thanks to Mr. Tyler Langworthy, Miss Erin Gallagher, and Mr. Alan Hefferon for volunteering their time to join Jen and Abby to help lead that very successful production. And speaking of congratulations, we mentioned Capstone when Michael spoke earlier, but I just wanted to publicly thank Mrs. Klepfer and Mr. Dennis for their amazing job guiding our grade 12 students through their challenging performances. And all the students really did a great job. Also, as I think Michael mentioned, our new band teacher, Mr. Langworthy, has really hit the ground running. But if you missed the concert that Michael referred to, boltonhigh.com/YouTube, and you can see and hear all those amazing performances that he mentioned too. We did have our parent-teacher conferences a few weeks ago, and I actually held at the end of that a meeting for senior parents. And over 50% of our senior parents joined us to talk about end-of-year graduation plans. So that was very rewarding. Thanks to all of those that came. As I mentioned a little earlier, last night we did have a huge turnout for 8th grade open house. And again, just a huge thanks to all of those Bolton High School students who escorted our class of 2027 families around the building to meet all of our faculty. We've concluded our SAT test day administration, and now we are gearing up for our science and the NGSS test that will be coming up right after vacation, led by Ms. Carvalho. And just a couple more fun facts about the Virginia trip. It is April 20 to 23rd with Mr. Ayer, Mr. Langworthy, 5 additional chaperones. But the cool thing is both of those ensembles will participate in a festival of music that will be actually be adjudicated. Adjudicated meaning that, judged in terms of giving feedback on certain standards. So it's an educational as well as a fun opportunity, including Motor World and Busch Gardens. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Mr. Giard or Mr. Maselli? All right, hearing none. In terms of the 23-24 budget update, we do have some upcoming Board of Finance meetings tomorrow evening, Tuesday, April 18th, Thursday, April 20th, and Thursday, May 4th. The public hearing for the budget will be Tuesday, April 25th. In addition, I would like to share with the board that we will have some savings in health insurance. However, we are not yet in a position to determine what the savings will be. We are still waiting. Actually, late this afternoon, we received the final blended rates. However, we are still missing the piece about the dental insurance. And that is for the partnership plan we're waiting on them to finalize who the carrier will be for that. And I hope to have this information in time for the April 18th Board of Finance meeting. It was asked about at the last meeting, and I did let them know I did not think I would have that information by tomorrow evening. Maybe I will, but I don't think so. Any questions for me about the budget update?
Is open enrollment still going ahead, or do you have to wait until you have the dental info?
I have to wait until we have it because I don't have the rates yet to share with our staff members. Yeah, so
Makes sense.
unfortunately, that is going to be much later than we like to have it. Thanks for that question.
Kristen,
Yes.
how are teachers feeling about the health insurance program? Are you hearing that they're satisfied? And
Yes, the teachers have been very satisfied, and I have had teachers reach out to me personally to let me know that's been a very positive aspect of their benefits package for sure.
that's good to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the question. And that concludes my update for this evening, Chair Brunel.
Thank you very much. On to unfinished business, which I don't believe we have any. And now new business and resignations.
We don't have any.
Wow. Look at, very good.
All
On
right.
to student activity account.
Yeah, so the Board of Selectmen has a resolution regarding the Board of Education non-fiduciary funds and are requesting that the board support this resolution. We have been cited on the yearly audit regarding this and are required to address this issue. The Board of Selectmen resolution authorizes the non-fiduciary fund accounts to carry over from year to year. Student Activity Fund is a non-fiduciary fund that needs to have a year-over-year carryover of funds. This fund houses at both schools, both fiduciary and non-fiduciary funds like athletics. The non-fiduciary funds are considered town district funds and therefore without a designation from the Board of Selectmen must be returned to the town every year as it is treated as general funds. These include pay-to-play fees, athletic event ticket sales, gate receipts, student parking fees, fundraisers, donations, collections, and other sources. I believe you all have a copy of that resolution. So I don't know if there's any questions or if there could be a motion in support of the Board of Selectmen's resolution.
I have a question. Has the board's attorney reviewed the resolution, and do they have any concerns?
I don't know about the Board of Selectmen's attorney reviewing the resolution or not.
No. Our attorney.
Oh, our attorney doesn't get a say in it. What our attorney, because it's the Board of Selectmen's resolution, we had offered language for the resolution. The Board of Selectmen then took that up. They made a couple of edits to the language. And so this is the resolution that they have put forth.
Okay, but they did not change in any substantive way what we submitted to them or what we presented to them.
They changed the amount of time that we will be reporting. So that's a little substantial on our end, but not in substance of the intent of being able to carry over the funds.
Okay. And you don't have any concerns with?
No, we need to do this because we can't be cited any longer. I've received notification from the state that. And the notification comes to me, even though it is a Board of Selectmen thing that they have to do.
I was trying to find the motion.
Yeah, I was too.
Email.
Okay, so here, I'll read it. Effective with the July 1st, 2022 account balances, the Board of Selectmen will allow certain Board of Education department-specific revenues, which are non-fiduciary in nature, to be deposited into the school student activity accounts, which are fiduciary in nature, and allow any remaining unspent balances of these non-fiduciary funds to be carried over from year to year. A listing of the sources and uses of these non-fiduciary funds must be presented to the Board of Education, the Board of Selectmen, the Superintendent of Schools, and the Town Administrator for review and approval, including an accounting of funds received and spent annually by October 1st every year. Everyone must agree on the approvals. Any new revenue sources or changes in approved uses that occur during a fiscal year and prior to the yearly review must be submitted to the above-mentioned boards and individuals who must approve the request before the new funds can be received or before changes in any approved uses can be made.
So what do we have to do? Do we just have to?
I think move to support the Board of Selectmen's resolution on non-fiduciary accounts.
Okay, well, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to support the Board of Selectmen's resolution on the non-fiduciary accounts.
Thank you, Chris. We have a second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ria. Do we have any questions and comments on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Is there anyone who's opposed or abstaining? Okay, that passes. On to the healthy food certification and exemptions.
So we will need two motions this evening, so I will read if someone unless somebody else wants to read the first.
I can read them.
Thank you.
Looking for a motion to move that pursuant to CGS section 10-21(5)F, the Bolton Board of Education certifies that all food items offered for sale to students in the schools under its jurisdiction and not exempted from the Connecticut nutrition standards published by the Connecticut State Department of Education will comply with the Connecticut nutrition standards during the period of July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2024. This certification shall include all food offered for sale to students separately from reimbursable meals at all times and from all sources, including but not limited to school stores, vending machines, school cafeterias, culinary programs, and any fundraising activities on school premises sponsored by the school or non-school organizations and groups.
So moved. Mrs. Chris.
Second.
Thank you, Chris. And that was Sue?
Yes.
Any questions or comments on this motion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Is there anyone who is opposed or abstaining? This motion passes, and now I am looking for a motion to move that the Bolton Board of Education will allow the sale to students of food items that do not meet the Connecticut nutrition standards and beverages not listed in section 10-221Q of the Connecticut General Statutes, provided that the following conditions are met. 1, the sale is in connection with an event occurring after the end of the regular school day or on the weekend. 2, the sale is at the location of the event. And 3, the food and beverage items are not sold from a vending machine or school store. An event is an occurrence that involves more than just a regularly scheduled practice, meeting, or extracurricular activity. For example, soccer games, school plays, and interscholastic debates are events, but soccer practices, play rehearsals, and debate team meetings are not. The regular school day is the period from midnight to 30 minutes after the end of the official school day. Location means where the event is being held and must be the same place as the food and beverage sales.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Scott,
Thank you, Ben. Are there any questions on this motion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Is there anyone who's opposed or abstaining? This motion passes as well. Now on to item 4, the Chromebook purchase waiver.
So as the board may remember, each year, we have a Chromebook rotation, and the price of Chromebooks comes in over the $25,000 threshold for a bid requirement. So I am requesting a bid waiver for the purchase of 130 student Chromebooks. We are recommending purchasing through the Interlocal Purchasing System, TIPS, which is a national purchasing cooperative open to governmental agencies, higher ed, city or council government. We recommend awarding STS Education, the lowest vendor within this group, meeting our needs at $41,340. They will also offer, as part of this, white glove service, which includes applying asset tags, inventory spreadsheet, green packaging, and Google domain enrollment, which will allow us to accelerate the rollout schedule and save valuable time. They were also the lowest bid, as I shared. So we'll need any questions for me on that? If not, we'll need a motion.
Question, I mean, we have 3 bids, right? So why are we having a waiver?
Because we don't, Casal,
We have 3 quotes.
we have 3 quotes through this intergovernmental agency. Otherwise, we have to go out to bid, which, as you know, is very time consuming.
Yeah, but I'm just, as far as I'm concerned, it's a bid, so that's okay.
Yeah. So we'll need a motion to approve the bid waiver for the purchase of the Chromebooks.
So moved.
Thank you, Scott.
I'll second, Chris.
Thank you, Scott and Chris. Do we have any other questions or comments? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Is there anyone who is opposed or abstaining? Okay, that motion carries as well. On to the ever popular and riveting future business. Do we have any of this? I don't think so. Okay, now we're looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments on the motion?
I would just like to say to our administrative team, have a wonderful April break. To our board members, thank you for all your support. I'm going on vacation next week.
All right. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Or abstaining? All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Have
Recording
a
stopped.
lovely evening.
The
and
recording
week.
has stopped.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night, all.